Okay. Yesterday, whatever we have done, so you people are clear with that? Any confusion?
Yeah.
Okay. So today we will see some bit of more uh, how to prepare some other charts and some calculated fields how we can create, and then we will maybe from tomorrow onwards we will dive into the analytics part and all. So let me share my screen. Uh, okay, so let's say yeah, this one. Okay, so what we can do is previously, as Anshita or someone was telling me that how to get the map and the colors. Okay, so I'll show you how you can get that. Not only for that, for other charts also. Let's say I have a bar chart, normal bar chart, right? How we can, this is all blue in color. So how we can change the colors and all? Nothing. On the marks card, what we will do is, just, hmm, what we will do is, we'll just take the cells since it is based on the cells. We will take the cells and put it in color. Okay, now you can see, let me just do it all. Now you can see the this is the color range. Okay, the lesser it will be on the light blue side and the higher it will be on the dark blue side. Now I can change this. I'll go to color, I'll go to edit colors. They will give me, mm, this is visible, right? This edit color cells and all, this palette.
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay, because last time when I gave a tableau session, these parts were not visible. So yeah.
Oh,
So yeah.
visible.
So see, there are various palettes that you can choose from. Okay. Let's say I choose orange, blue, diverging, and then I apply. See now, on the lighter ones will be on the orangish side, and the bluer one should be like which has a higher value of sales. Okay. So this will clearly give me an indication. Now if I do this now, as you can see, right, on the descending order based on the profit. So okay, sorry, I had a thing based on the profit now, so it won't be in sales. Let me take the profit here in colors. Hold on. Yeah, profit, and then let me change it to diverging palette. Let me select orange blue, let's say. Okay. So based on that, now what it has done is, based on profit, the negative one I am getting in orange, and rest of the thing, all the positives I'm getting in blue. Okay. As it is, the numbers are going down, it will be lighter in color. So this color contrast helps in understanding the data. While you're visualizing the data, it helps them to get a clarity. Okay, the lighter ones means, okay, these are the ones that you have the lower amount of profit, and if it is in orangish in color means it is on the negative side, and rest, the dark blue, is obviously the sale, the profit margin is higher in that case. So this is what we can do. Now coming to the next part, that is, let's say I want to create this map, okay, based on colors. So what I'll do is, let me go to a new sheet. Okay, so based on the states, I want to get the profit amount, and I want to, in the same way, I want to make it a colorful one. So what I can do is, uh, I will just take the, let's say, yesterday we have taken state, so let's take something else today. Okay. Uh, I have the order date. I don't know if that this will work. Postal code I won't take. Let's see what all we have. Geo. Region. State. Anything else I have? Postal code must be country. Okay, since I don't have any other fields, let me take state only. Okay. I've taken the states here, and I will take the, let's say I want to see the profit. So I'll just drag the profit here. And what I'll do is I'll take the profit to the level, and I'll also take the state to the level field. So now I can see the US based data. This is, um, I'll just click on this so I can shift it. Yeah, this is US based data. Good enough for me for the time being. Now what I can do here is the coloring part. Since my measure here is the profit, what I'll do is I'll just take the profit and put it in colors.
Saikat, how did you bring that mapping chart?
This map part,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, this is automatically.
Mapping.
I'll repeat again. No issues. Wait, Mm, just hold on. Let me go back again. I'll just. Acha, this is one button. Let's say you have a chart already prepared and you want to delete everything. So this is the part. Okay, this one.
Okay.
You'll just delete all the charts will be removed from here and you can create a new one. Okay, I'll just take the state. As you can see, this field, this is called, this data type is the geographical data type. Okay, we also have this
Okay.
in Salesforce also. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
why?
So if we select country, then it will also
Yeah, it will
bring
just
the.
specifically give me the country. Let's say if I take the country from here. Okay, country, city, I've got it. Okay, yeah, right, it was there. So let me bring country today. It gives me all the countries. Okay, now
Got
since
it.
since this data is not, uh, what will I say, is not properly mapped, you will see some the problem will be like the countries will not be mapped properly. As you can see, this is India, this is, but still I think so should not be a problem. But let's take country for the time being, and let me take profit. Where is profit? Yes, I've taken the profit here, and I'll also take the country in the label. Okay, you understanding, right? Any issues? How
Not
to
from my
take this?
side. Yeah.
Okay. uh, as you can see, these are all in circles. You can change it. You can make it square one if you want. Okay, and others though I don't think is required. Of course, this is something else. So, or else you can make it circle again as per your choice. And apart from that, now what we can do is hmm, on the colors section, what I'll do is I will take the country in the colors. So since there are so many countries, okay, if it would have been let's say only a cities or a state in a specific country, it becomes much easier to show data in that way. So that, like what I've done here, okay, this one, I've just taken the cells in the color and it will automatically give me that. Since it is a country based data which I'm creating, you can do one more thing here. Because since the data is vast all over the world data, and let's say a company is performing, uh, let's say it has its branches or be it anything like in all over the world, let's say Amazon, or a company like mm, Meta and all, it has maybe centers all over the world, or maybe a company like Apple, it has centers all over the world. So then the data will be, will be more scattered, of course. So what we can do is, from here, this is a normal map. On the show me button, if I say, I can select this also. Okay, on the show me button, and as you can see, the profit now it will change. Okay, now if I just hover over this now, I will see which country is giving me what. Now if I take the just let's say sum of profit in the level. But see, as we already I have told you, it will be more scattered and it will be more dense. So this data will have no value to the person whoever is saying it. Okay, because he won't understand it properly. Now another thing what we can do here is, if we go to automatic section and we click on density map. Now this one helps. How this one helps? Let's say I have created a density map. Are you people aware what is the density map? Any idea? Density map?
No.
Density map is something, let's say, let's take a state, or maybe let's take India for example. Okay. And let's say, okay, let me give you example like this. It will be better. I think most of you have worked in Everready. Okay. Let's say Everready is the company, and it has branches in western from the west part of our country, from east part of our country, north and south, and maybe central. Okay. Now let's say I want the Everready company wants to see that which part, from which section of the country I'm getting a good amount of profit. Okay. In that case, this density map will work, because since I've given the profit in the color section, what happens is, I know the darker the color in these four parts, I know the more profit is coming from that section. So from the management point of view, it is very obvious that this portion is giving me a good profit than these lighter ones, right? The profit that I'm getting from Angola is much less than the profit that I'm getting from United States. I don't have to even look at the data. I will know because of the dark blue color, right? So this is
Yep.
what density maps does. I, instead of this automatic, I can change it to, let's say, orange blue diverging. This also helps if I want to make it in that sense. And let's take intensity increase कर दूंगा तो ये बढ़ जाएगा. If I make it 100%, you can see it's more, contrast level is much higher, so you can see it in a much better way. You can give borders also if you want. There's some halo effect. So this helps the management to see, okay, these are the regions which are performing well, these are the regions which are not performing that well. Okay. So this is basically from a normal map, we have created a map. We can call it a density chart. Okay. This is a density chart. And this was a normal, from a normal, what you can say, a normal map chart, where for the data of the United States we have seen, and the amount of profit or amount of sales we can see from here based on the color combinations that we have. Okay. As you can see, lower the sales, we have given a threshold point. Lower the sales, the brownish will be color, and then it will change it to orangish, and then in the blue sector you will find it. Okay. It is like, the more the bluer the color, the more sales it has generated, that state. So is this okay till now?
So that if you, I want to see the country basis
Ah,
or state basis,
ah.
so we need latitude, longitude, right?
Yes, that data is very important.
Okay, so you are already added here the latitude and longitude.
You also have it. The data before this class, you can see there will be latitude, longitude.
Yeah, last yesterday you also show us.
Huh.
So if I want to see only how to perform India basis, so how I can make
Okay,
this report?
just you want to see the India one, right? So what you do is, let's say I go here, okay, and let's say Actually, this data is not configured properly. That is the reason you will have issues regarding the map part. I know. Only country, if I go, what I can do is, let's say I take the country in the filter column, and hold on. See,
Okay.
now you want to see the cities inside the India also. I'll just drag the city here. See,
Yeah.
getting it right?
Yeah. Yes, Michael.
Okay. So this is how you do it. So you just have to filter it. Okay. Any
Yes.
this is the pane. Okay, this is the pane of filter. Once you drag the filter here, you can also this show filter button on the, if you click it on the right hand side, you can see that filter button. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I was explaining something. Okay, yes. Let's try to create a calculated field today. Okay, it's like on the go, like while analyzing a data, you're on the go, you're creating a let's say a column, okay, to create something. So to analyze the data, so what we have to do is, let's say I want to see the example that I was giving it to Sushant at that point of time. It's like uh, let's say uh, I am receiving an order. Okay, so that order has an order date, that at this date I have received the order, and I am shipping out that order at a certain date. So the inventory management, let's say I am the management, I'm from the company, I want to see when I am receiving an order and when that order has been shipped out. Okay, because it will give me a clear idea that how many days it is taking in the factory from the order receiving to order dispatch. The less the amount means my work is getting better at factory level. They are working in a better way because order is coming, and there can be many perceptions regarding that, many hypotheses. Let's say it can happen that you don't really have that much order, that is the reason factory is doing it at an earlier stage. Or maybe it can happen that even after having so many orders, still when you are getting an order, your dispatch period is much less because your factory is handling the inventory in a much better way. So there can be many reasons behind it. So to analyze that data, like which are the orders or order ID, yeah, which are the products at product level, uh, maybe order level, of course. In order level, which are the orders that are getting delayed from the order, like from the order date to when I'm dispatching that order. Now, how to get that thing? Let's say I take the order ID here, the row column, add all members. I get all the orders ID. Okay, with me. Now I need, what do I need? I need the order date, at which date the order was placed. I'll just take the order date here and I'll place it in the this ABC section. Okay. But when I'm giving it now, it is just giving me the year, not the exact date. Now what I want have to do, I'll just go to this drop down. I'll select exact date. It will take some time to process. Just hold on. Okay. Since now this I have to change it because this is from a different perspective and point of view. So what I need to do is I have to make this an attribute and I'll get the exact date. The same thing I have to do for ship date because I have the order date against the order ID. Now I need the ship date here. So what I'll do, I'll just take the ship date in the ABC column And what I'll do is I'll make it an exact date. Okay. And then I'll just make it attribute and I'll just bring it here. Now I have the order date. I have the ship date with me. Okay. Now what do I want? I want to see the difference between the order date and the ship date, the number of days. How many days it is taking to ship the product from my order date. What I have to do? At this portion, this is the portion. There, if you go to the drop down, you can create a calculated field here. I'll click on the calculated field. Let's say I'll just name it as a date diff only. So there are various functions there. As you can see, this is the function part. There are number functions, string functions, date functions, type conversion, and there are many logical aggregate, as you already have it in Salesforce also. Okay, there is various functions that you can use. You can use the table calculation also. Those are at a later stage. I'll explain. For the time being, let's keep it all. And to find the difference between two date, the formula that we'll use is date difference. So if I just type date, I'll see there is a function called date diff. Okay, I'll just click on that. Now I have to mention whenever see these functions and all these, I'll give you a proper PDF where you can see how each functions work and when you can use those functions. So here I will write first. You have to mention the date part, whether the date, whether it will be a whether you want the answers to be in months or year or quarter, but I want it in days. So what I'll do is I'll just write day, this, comma. So my first date is from order date. I'll just write order. It will give me the order date, comma, the ship date. Right? Done? I'll just apply. Calculation is valid. If your calculation is wrong, it will give you error here. I'll just press the OK button. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've created a calculated field. So below the measures name now, it will show me that I have created one. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just drag this here. Okay. Now, this data is not aligned properly. So there is a possibility that the numbers that you are seeing can be sometimes wrong. So that's a different part. That is the reason the first one, as you can see, 8. This will not be 8. This is 0. This is correct. This is coming correctly. This is wrong again. So this is a different, this 3 is coming right. So that's a different issue because there is some error in the data. But this is how you can find out the date difference between the order date and ship date. Now at this point, what the company can do, let's say, see, what I've done is I have sorted the data in descending order. Now as a company, I know that these are the orders for which the amount taken to dispatch the material from the order date is huge. 84 days, 84 days. So as a company, or from the analysis point of view, I can look into this order specifically and I will see what were the issues there, that what are the reasons that it took 84 days to ship the order. Okay. So from the company perspective, if you think, so this is how this chart or this whatever we have done, this functionality will help the company. Okay. So whenever you're preparing something, always remember one thing, that it has to make sense, not just for the fancy purpose. Every data, every analysis, every chart that you are preparing has to make sense to the organization, not just for you, because you are not preparing something for yourself. You are preparing something for a client or for a company that has given you the project. So you have to think on that purpose, that whatever I'm presenting has to make some sense, not only to you but to them. So this data will help them to analyze that which are the orders, for which orders it's taking time to ship. So we will have a separate session on various functions, like while doing a create calculated field, like how we can do it, what are the logical functions we can use, and several others. That is a different thing. Now, as you can see, this is the data tab where we can see all the columns are there. There's another tab which is analytics. Now, this analytics tab is nothing but there are few functionalities are there. One is to summarize things. There are certain model and there are certain custom things that we can do, a reference line, reference band, and certain other stuff. So let me show you certain parts of it, because the in-depth thing we will go at a later part, but I think the overall picture I can show it to you today. So what we can do is, let's say I take the uh, category, subcategory. Let's say I take the category here and the subcategory here, and I take the sales. Okay. Now, this individual, as you can see, furniture is the category. So it has, this is a pen. This line you can see, this is a pen. Then office supplies is a category. This is a pen. Under this, you have this those subcategories. Okay. Then technology, this is another pen. Now, if I go to analytics, but let's just take the sales to the level one. Yeah. Now, if I go to analytics pane, see now these are available to for me to do something with it. Now, what I have to do is I can drag the constant line. Acha, let's first take the average line here. If I take the average line, you will see there are three options that's giving me: on the table, on the pane, on the cell. Now, I will show you what it has its benefit. Let me first take the average line on the table and drop down it. It is giving me an average line. Average of what? Average of the total sales. Okay. Now, how it will help me? The thing is, let's say, but this is not appropriate, but I'm just showing you the appropriate thing will be pain. But for the time being, let me just take the average line over the overall chart. So a company is performing at a different level, on a category level, subcategory level. So what happens is, before, let's say, before the start of the financial year, company sets a budget, or let's say company sets not only budget, sets a target also, like we are setting a target of this much amount, this much sales we have to reach. Okay. And they let's say they have decided ki this is our average, and we want to see which are the categories or subcategories clears that average button, clears that average thing, so that we know, okay, these products of mine, these categories, these subcategories of mine are performing well. So while you're presenting it to the client, if the client say ki, okay, so this is my average, he will mention what's the average he wants. Okay, because you can change the, because this is based on the total sales, and this number also you can change. Let's say company does not want a average of the sales. Company wants a specific number he has in mind. Let's say a company has a I'm just, for example, let's say has a sales of 100 rupees. So the maybe the average will be something, let's say, but he wants to see, he wants to set the parameter as, let's say, I want to see which are the product categories or subcategories crosses the 60 mark. So I will just edit that button and I will just put 60 there. So I will see. So here also I can do the same thing. So this gives the company the clear idea which category and which subcategory are performing well. But if you are just drawing an average line over all the categories and subcategories, it will be of no use, because the reason is, as a company I might know that my furniture, office supplies and technology are different categories thing. My expectation from different categories will be different. I cannot expect 100 rupees to earn from by selling a biscuit, and I cannot expect 100 rupees to earn from selling a pencil. So my expectation will be different for different category and subcategory. So here comes the part. Let's say if I do this average line, now if I drag it to pen, you can see based on the category and subcategory, based on this category for the furniture, it is just adding this furniture value and giving the average. Same for this is calculating the sales of the total office supplies and giving the average. Now this is a more meaningful chart preparation rather than the first one, because it gives a clear idea. Okay, for office supplies thing, this is my average, and this subcategories are doing well or above average. Same for technology, same for furniture. Okay, this is my average line. I can give a constant line also for the whole table. Now this is my constant line. I can change it. I can change the constant line as per my requirement. If I click it here, I can just edit it and I can change the constant line. This will be as per the client's requirement. Okay. Another thing is, let's say this reference line, do I need it right now? Let me see. This is reference line. Sum of sales average. No, this I'll go afterwards. This is not no point. So have you got the idea of what is like constant line and average line? Clear? And how it
Yeah.
affects the company? Yeah. Okay.
Please give an idea. Please repeat again average line and constant line.
Okay. So average line is, let's say, if, okay, let me just go back again. Okay. If I draw a constant line, okay, on the whole table. So there is a constant line, okay. It gives me the thing called, I will put the value where I want the constant line. Let's say the current value is 73,404.03. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me make it, let's say, instead of 73, let's say 112,000. Let's say if I bring this. See the constant line changed? This is where the company requirement will come up. If company sets a specific number, okay, this is my number, this is my so-called the average, or this is my this number is my base. I want to see which products are doing well, or which categories are doing well, which subcategories are doing well as per my expectation, and my expectation is this number, this 11, this 1120, whatever be this number. So I want to see which are the category and subcategory thing is clearing this margin. Okay,
Okay.
this is constant line.
Hmm.
Now if I want to change it to average line is if I take the average and put it in the table, so it will just drag an average line of it is, you know, calculating the total sales, because my data is based on, my chart is based on sales, right?
Hmm.
It will calculate the total sales and how many subcategories are there. Based on that, what it will divide the number, total number, and it will give me an average.
Okay. Clear.
But this is a wrong data, because a company can have a different expectations from different category or subcategory, right?
Hmm.
So what we need to do is, we have to then, let me go back, we have to take the average line to the pen. This is a pen category pen, this is another category pen, and this is another category. Now the average line that you are seeing, this is based on specific categories. এখানে সেলস এর টোটালটা করা হচ্ছে বেসড অন টেকনোলজিতে যে সেলস গুলো হয়েছে তার অ্যাভারেজ দিচ্ছে। বোঝা গেল?
হুম। আর এখানে ফার্নিচারের উপরে।
Yes.
আচ্ছা,
Okay,
অফিস সাপ্লাইজ, আচ্ছা, ৩ টে আলাদা ক্যাটেগরির উপরে দেখানো হচ্ছে।
got it? Okay.
হুম,
Now let me go to a different topic altogether. This is like the bit of analytics part. Like we also have median weight quartiles, but these are a different section altogether. Average weight 95% CI, median weight 95% CI. Uh, y is equals to mx plus c formula and all those regression. There are so many stuffs that we have to get into, but I'm not getting into that much trouble right now. So okay, now what we have to do is, let me see what all we can do. Hmm, from the data this is clear. Okay, few more charts. Let's see what we can do. Now let's say I want to see profit based on region. Okay, these are specific regions are there where my business is happening. And sorry, let this be profit in the level. Now on the show me button, let's say I want to see it in a tree map. Same way, much easier for the company to understand if you are using this chart. I'll again do something which is like the, I will take the profit to the color button, and then I'll just edit it and change the color palette to, let's say, orange blue diverging. Okay. Again, the same thing on the level portion, I can bring the profit and you can see the profit. Okay. This is also a better way of visualizing things, and it will give a clear clarity to the management that they will be able to understand the data just by looking at it. Okay. No issues. It's very simple and very easy to understand this kind of data. Be it a bar chart or a line chart, it's much easier for companies to understand. Okay. Now let's say another thing we'll do. We will do a scatter plot. Now, what is a scatter plot? For one, if you have to create a scatter plot, at least you need two measures. Like, let's say, if I take profit and sales both. Okay, hold on. Achha, let me take sales and also profit in one of the columns. Okay, so this automatically gives me scatter plot. Now this value you can see, this is like the total profit and total sales. Based on it, it is giving me this data. Now there's a thing called, if I go here now, worksheet, hold on, analysis, yes, these are all aggregated values, like these are total values. As you can see, if I hover over it, I can see the profit amount 1467457, and this is the total sales. Now if I disaggregate this data, I will see the scatter plot, like how well the sales and profit, how well it is distributed. If I go here, let's say on the analysis part, and I'll disaggregate this data measure, see, I can change it also. And same way on the color palette, let's say, but for that I need to bring, let's say I bring, so these are my profit and sales. Now I can add a dimension here. How? Let's say I want to see this based on segments. I'll bring the segment to color. See? So these are the clutters. Now, how it will help the company to understand, let's say, but these are, let me give you an example. Mostly this kind of data or charts that you will prepare, this, if you are trying to present it to a non-technical person, this will not work because he will not understand this data at all. Okay. uh, because there are few charts that I'll explain, not because that you might use it sometime, but these are I have included in the course because you need to know how to create the thing. Okay. As you can see, this is a scatter plot, and to make a scatter plot, what do you need? You need minimum of 2 to 4 measures. We had 2 measures, sales and profit, so we can create a scatter plot. Okay, on this portion also I can also take, let's say, uh quantity also I can take, maybe. Then it will be a different thing altogether. Sales based on quantity, and this is giving me a different profit thing. So this is how a scatter plot works basically. Okay, and you also have the box and whisker plots, like how this is working, how the profit is working based on segments, whether it is going below the negative mark or the positive mark. So these are the things. This is candle kind of a thing which normally people use, but as you can see, these are the type of thing. Box and whisker plots are used very much in, as you can say, in share market. If you have ever seen charts na for share market charts and all, these candlesticks will be there, these box and whisker plots, which shows that how it is performing, like for a bullish market or a bearish market, you can clearly see that. So this is how our let's say the box and whisker plots and my scatter plot works. Okay, so this is done. Now let me go to let's say on a different part. Mm. Let me do a stacked bar chart. Okay, I'll take sales. I'll take let's say take sales. I'll take profit, and let me do it based on a segment. Okay, I click on this. I'll get this, but again, there's a problem because if I select, let's say, hold on. Mm, yes. Okay. So based on region, based on the segment, I can see my the profit and sales. Now, how I have done it, I'll show it to you again. Let's say, okay, what we can do is, let's take sales, and let's take this is not a dual axis chart. Okay, again I'm telling you, let's take sales, let's take profit here, and let's take any measure, let's take segment. Okay, since two charts have been created separately, of course, now I need to make it one. What I can do is, I'll just drag this. As you can see, there is this scale item, two scales. I'll just drop it here. Okay, now based on the segment, I can see my profit and sales, profit and sales, profit and sales based on consumer, corporate, and home office. Now I can change this to a stacked bar chart, and then again what I have to do is, I just have to drag the sales on the profit, this one. Okay, I can also side by side chart just from the show me button. I'll click on this and I'll get this. Okay, any confusion, guys, or it's difficult?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, once you go through the videos now, you will understand like what I'm doing, of course. And see, we are we always want to be on the same page. So anytime you are facing any kind of issues, please come back to me at any point of time without any hesitation. We are working in the same team from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock, even after that. So feel free to contact me anytime. Okay, if you are stuck anywhere. So these are various kinds of charts that we can create. As you can see, there are circle views. Just I'll just create another one. Let's say I want it based on region. I want the let's say the quantity, amount of quantity sold. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go for the packed bubbles. Okay. Just the larger the size of the bubble means at that section the number of quantities sold is much higher. Okay. I'll just take, I can also see the same thing. I'll take the quantity to the level and I can see, as you see, 41,762 is the highest number. So the bubble size here is much higher, much larger. Okay. See, again, I'm telling you for Tableau, na, see, these are the basics parts. Okay. These are not difficult, but if you take interest into it, it will be very interesting thing. It's just that it's not about just creating the visualization. After a point, if you ever want to be a data analyst or anything of that sort, be a business analyst, data analyst, wherever you need to crunch on the data, you have to analyze the data. You need to have a analytic mindset. Like whenever you have the data with you, a company will give you a raw data, which that data will be garbage. I'm telling you, because you people are already aware of it. Whenever you get a data to upload, okay, in Salesforce only, have you ever seen a data, a proper data given to you? No, right?
Yeah.
The CSV?
The data that we upload, na, to data uploader or
Yeah, we got that.
yes, most of the time the data are a mess, and we have to work on those data. So, and then we have to upload it. So again, I'm telling you, when these are to like object basis data that we get, sometimes for analyzing purpose, when you will get a data, na, it's possible that you are getting lakhs of line items and there are number of null values there, like it has no values in those cells, but will you go each and every line? No, right? So then the data analysis part comes. That is another topic that if someone is very good with SQL, then it will be very helpful for them. But anyway, so these are the type of charts that we can create. Okay. In Tableau, for these are for the time beings. I think this is more or less enough, but I will also go for a text table, but not today, some other day. And we also have a heat map, heat maps as in like which country is doing what, in not in a map, heat map, not in a country type thing, but as a normal heat map we can show. Then we also have this highlighted tables. See, if we create on the highlighted tables, now this is the sum of quantity based on region. I haven't colored anything. Okay. Now if I go to color, edit colors, again the palette, if I change it, as you can see, okay, the higher number is in the blue value for region, the quantity, and the lower number is in the red value. So it gives a good indication to the top management whenever you will be presenting it. So boss, मुझे पता है कि Canada region the quantity is very low. If as a company, as a top management, I know, okay, I am selling much lesser in the Canada, my focus is not Canada, but still I'm getting 833 units, I am selling 833 units there, okay, I'm happy. But I have spent much amount, let's say in terms of marketing in the Canada region, but still my quantity sold there is down. Then it's an issue for me. So this is how you will be analyzing the data and you will present it to the client and they will understand, okay, इसका मीनिंग ये है और इस पे मुझे फोकस करना चाहिए अभी. आई विल फोकस ऑन दिस sector or this region so that my sales are up in the next quarter. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, Shaker.
Yeah. So this is more or less, see, I think I have shared a PDF with you people, like what we based on various sessions that we will be, I think I have covered most of them, not just for, let's see. Okay, hold on. Where is the PPT? Okay, batch 2. Yeah. Okay. Today also I have shared two PDFs with you. Please go through that. It's a very good thing. You will understand. Before I close this session, I'll just go through the extract and live thing. What all it does. Next thing, I think I have completed more. Even session 3 also I have completed. Just create groups and all is pending. I'll do it. Okay. Let's say I will not be able to show it. Can someone share their screen? Who has Tableau installed already? Can be Anshita, Moniwala, whoever has installed, even Shushanto. If you have it, then just share the screen once. Mm.
Can I?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Since I have the Tableau public, so I will not be able to show it to you properly. Go to data source below, left hand side, down. Go to data source. নিচে 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 একদম নিচে ডেটা সোর্স নিচে নিচে শীট 4 এর পাশে নিচে শীট 4 এর পাশে ডেটা সোর্স
Okay, okay.
data source.
Hmm.
Okay. There is a thing called, as you can see, connection, right? On the right hand side top,
Right.
right hand side top, connection, live and extract.
Mhm.
Okay. As you can see, by default, it has selected live. Whenever you connect to a file in Tableau desktop, it can be, let's say, a CSV file or an Excel file, or you are connected it through a server. It will always be a live connection. Now, sometimes what happens is this live connection helps when you are working from a server, because you are taking real-time data from the server, so it will be live. What is an extract? Extract is nothing but a copy of the data. Once you click on the extract, now let's say you click on the extract. Okay, now you go to sheet 4. Just click on sheet 4. Yes, it will give you to save this extract at that point of time. Means it has created a copy for you. So next time when you open it, this is already saved in that file as a .hyper file. I have shared the documents with you. Please go through it. It will be saved as a .hyper file. If you give the Tableau desktop examination, you will find this question. It is an extract. So next time when you open the Tableau, you don't need to connect it. You just click on that and the Tableau itself will open, and this view will be available for you, whatever you have done till now, as a .hyper file. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have just shared the charter group in that where
No. I have shared another PDF. See, apart from the chart, today only. Got it?
Safe, and can I check how it is
Yeah. Please save it. Where have you saved it?
Yeah.
In the desktop, right?
This is desktop.
Yeah, you go to desktop once. You can close this one right now.
This Tableau.
Close the Tableau. Save it. Just save it once as a workbook. Save it as a workbook normal. Yeah, book one. But where you are saving it, go to desktop once. No, not. You need to open that .hyper file that you have created. Where have you saved it? No,
This
not-
one.
No. It's not there. This is all CSV. Where have you saved the .hyper file? Okay, I'll get into this tomorrow. No issues. So it will be saved as a .hyper file, and whenever you will You will save it. So okay, let me just share something with you so that you people understand. Hold on. Thing that I've shared with you now. And there are some other ways to save it. The ways like let's say you can okay, let's say someone tells you to share whatever you have done in Tableau. Okay, so there's various file types. Okay, now what are those various file types? Hold on, let me go there. Okay, the thing is, for extract, it is basically a snapshot of data saved in memory. uh it is much faster than live connection, of course, because when you are connecting to a server and then you'll be doing something, so it takes time to to fetch the data from the server. For a live connection, since the data is already stored in your memory, it becomes much easier, and refreshes are also much faster in case of extract. Now I'm seeing there are various whether it's there or not, let's see. Hold on. Mm, what? A second. Tableau. Yeah, okay. Various file types. Exactly. So this there is a file type named TWBX. Okay. That is basically Tableau packaged workbooks. These are all there in the PDF that I've shared. What is this TWBX? Let's say I have created something, and whenever I'm creating something, I already have a data set, right? Based on that data set, like we have this superstore data set with me. So based on the superstore data set, I have created something. Now, when I will be now, Shushanto told me ki whatever you have done, you share that with me. Okay. What happens is if I just share as a normal file, what will happen is he will be able to see the the work that I have done. But if he wants to edit or make some changes there, he will not be able to, because the source file will not be there with him. So that is where the tw.twbx file comes into account. Like whenever we are sharing a file based on .twbx, means it's a packaged workbook, means along with the source file, I am also giving him the charts and everything that I prepared, and also the CSV on which that I have created all of that. So when I'm sending him and he will open the TWBX file, he can create his own charts and everything because he has the source file with him, the CSV of the CSV Superstore one that we are working on. Okay. So I think time is over for today. I'll continue this tomorrow. Okay. So with the file types, I will start with the extract and live connection again, and different types of data types that we have. Data like how we can save those datas based on various .hyper file, .tw file, .tbm files. What are these kind of files? We will discuss in details. Okay, and we will create as we have already created several charts. We'll also see how to take that in a dashboard and how it really works. Okay, and then after today I'll give you some homeworks also. Good enough?
Yes, please give some homework.
Yeah, sure. So guys, I'll just stop the recording now.